I just wanted to take a minute and talk about this Shelby from a standpoint of them starting off with a Mustang, because there's Shelbys that are for sale and some of them aren't very good Mustangs. What I mean by that is different cars I've looked at, you look closely at the body and the undercarriage and you can see they've had a very rough life. They've had clearly a lot of rust repairs because Mustangs rusted. And this is fundamentally a Mustang. So I just wanted to walk around it and point out a couple things to show you that from a Mustang standpoint, this is a really good one, I think. So that then kind of means that it's a really good Shelby, let's say. So let's start here at the left front. So key factor is both inner front fenders, original. They both have the Ford VINs underneath the fenders. And so this thing looks like it was never crunched in the front. This car's been raced some, but I think it's probably been raced fairly carefully because it's a very straight, actually I think a tremendous amount of originality to it, the more that I look at it. Let's take a look down in here. Straight car, the lines are good. Now, when you have a fastback Mustang, again, a lot of them rust really badly. A lot of them have had doors replaced. I don't know the entire history of this car, but this door opens perfect. We've got it up on jack stands now because we were checking out the undercarriage carefully and looking at the numbers and stuff like that. So that's where we are today, but nevertheless, door opens and shuts just the way ideally a Mustang should. And then got to look at the jambs. What do they look like? What are all the details of the jambs look like? These jambs look great to me. Original. It's important. To some extent, it tells you whether or not you're going to have issues with the car down the road. Again, the lines are good. Let's go around to the other door. Make sure it's as good on this side as it is on the other side. Good lines. It's just an initial indicator. It doesn't tell you everything, but it's a good start. How's this door open? Beautiful. How's it close? Not giving it enough. There we go. That's shut. Try one more time. Let's go look at the jambs on this one. And of course, you've got to get underneath and look underneath the door. What's it look like underneath the door? A lot of times stuff is hidden under there. Jams. What do the jams look like? Are there indications the car's had major repairs, had major rust? Everything looks right as far as a Mustang goes because it is fundamentally a Mustang. That's why I just wanted to show you that I think this is a good car, a good car. Now we go underneath. Just wanted to make this a quick once over, but the undercarriage of this car looks great. Oh, it's dirty, but it's basically original underneath. Look at these rockers. Try to get this thing at the right angle. They're super nice. This is not what you normally see. They're straight, they're not rusted, they have the right texture. They have the little like, I guess, I don't know what that is, a drain hole on a Mustang. They just have all the original stuff. They look right. And now let's go underneath. Let's look at the undercarriage. I mean, sometimes you see them and it's all muddy, bright black. You can't really even see through the floor. And this car, you take a careful look everywhere I've looked underneath this car, and you can see through the kind of old undercoating and road dirt, and you can tell it's a good car. It's an original car. It's a solid car. If you have a car that's been done, that's been had the floors a lot of times poorly done, it's going to deteriorate. Over time, it's going to deteriorate, and you're probably going to have problems with the car too. We'll go over and take a look on the other side now. Going to the other side, I didn't want to neglect the rear of the car, because again, we're really kind of focusing on the body, the floors and stuff like that in this video, not so much the mechanicals. And so this is a really important area. You're going to see better in my photos what this is like under here. I don't know what that is. Is it a small patch or what? Whatever it is, it's isolated. But I mean, I've looked at this thing closely underneath, and it's a good car underneath. And on my photos, you'll get a better idea, because the lighting is better and all of what it looks like underneath here. But it's super solid and just very original underneath. Okay, it's not a made-over piece of crap that was sitting in a field that somebody had to go and either use Hawaiian punch cans to patch places or buy patch panels. I don't see any of that with this car. All right, now we're down underneath the driver's side rocker. And again, you just see really nice, everything down here looks good to me. Everything looks right to me. It's not a guarantee, but you know, if you've been looking at stuff like this for many, many, many years, you get a real good feel as to what it should look like and whether or not it's been really poorly redone, or whether or not it's probably original. And this car just speaks original to me so much. Look at these floors. Gotta get under the backside too. Totally solid back here too. Not something hiding. It's hard to get the light just right. Let me see if I can get it here with the flashlight. No, 1 second. Yeah. Just nice. Just the way you want it to look underneath. Look at those, the holes. They're just right. They're not something that you know, you see like really rough rust edge around the hole. That's what you see in a lot of these cars. Go back and take a look at cars that have sold, other cars that have sold, and look at the undersides of the cars. Some of them are scary. You don't know what's under there. You can't know. Sometimes people will say, well, could you scrape away some of the undercoating so I can see the metal underneath? Anyway, this is a good one. Let's go up here and look inside the left front fender just a little bit. I have photos too of this stuff, so you'll see that. Yeah, the paint, there's a little bit of undercoating or something that's knocked away. Probably the tire has rubbed here, but it's proper looking under here. It's proper looking. It looks original. It doesn't even look, I mean, there's a little bit of hardware you can tell has been replaced over time. Like there's a piece of hardware that's been replaced. But most of even the hardware looks original under here. See, this stuff all looks original under here. Look closely in here. This is original. This has not been, see how nice that looks? It's a good car. Lastly, as a part of this little video where you're just talking about it from a standpoint of a Mustang, I've driven these before where they're not good cars and they drive like crap. They're loose, they rattle, there's play in the steering wheel. Of course, you could have a bad clutch, you could have a bad transmission. Man, I drove this thing, when I first drove it, it was like incredible. Just right, tight, just everything about it is complete pleasure. And as a lot of you know, these cars are not always or often a complete pleasure to drive. A lot of times you might buy a car and you might say, oh, it looks really good in the pictures, and you get it and it's a freaking nightmare when you drive it. You cannot believe what you bought. That is not going to be the case with this car.